I'm trying something new. Is that better? So the light's not completely in the camera, which kind of distracts me. Okay, so I'm continuing. It's been a few days. Got busy. Babysat a lot. Love my little nephew. Babysat today. That's why my hair is everywhere. Okay, so the next one is Lady and the Tramp. Very cute movie about, it's about love and falling in love and not judging a book by its cover. It came out and I always do not prepare. I kind of just do this on the fly sometimes. I might do the next one with light. Really? 1955. So, slightly old. It's half a century old. Or actually, wait, it's 62 years old. Yeah, 62 years old. That's pretty old. Not in people terms, but in movie terms, that's really old. It's about this puppy, or this dog. She's kind of teenager by the end of it. Called Lady. And she gets adopted. She gets to be a Christmas present. Don't give pets as Christmas presents unless the person knows they're the dog they're getting. Okay? Most of the time it doesn't work out and they end up at the shelter. Or sold. So, if you want to get somebody a dog or a cat for Christmas, have them come in and get it as a surprise, not on Christmas. She's the puppy. She's the one who... The owners who don't actually have names, they're called Jim Deere and Darling. And, it's all weird. I don't like the darkness. This puppy, they raise her. At first, she has her own bed down in the kitchen. She whines and cries, and they're like, okay, we'll lay in our bed one night. And as any animal owner knows, if you let your animal into your bed, that's it. They're not sleeping anywhere else. And that's where they want to be. Time goes on. She gets older. She gets a new collar. This pretty new collar. She has little friends. Jock and... Trusty? Jock and Trusty. Yeah. Who are older, have been around. And, she's got a new collar. She sees the tramp, kind of comes walking by. Oh, first the Darling and Jim Deere are with child. Well, Darling is, and so that's a big deal. And Tramp overhears this conversation. He's just kind of like walking around. He's homeless or street dog, and he kind of says, "Well, this is the end for you. You'll be kicked out. You're gonna be in the doghouse just because the baby's more important." And Lady's like, "No, it's not gonna happen." And it doesn't happen. Like, Jim Deere and Darling are very sweet about it and let her see and all that. And Lady's fine with it. Aunt Sarah, I hate Aunt Sarah. Aunt Sarah babysits Jim Deere and Darling. For some reason, don't tell Sarah that, or maybe Sarah doesn't believe them about Lady, but she thinks Lady's bad, and she sees two cats. The only cats I've ever hated in my life are Siam. Like, they are horrible cats. All they want to do is cause trouble for Lady, and that really pisses me off. I love the song, but it's just horrible. Oh, I hate those cats. Basically, they frame Lady, and she gets put in the doghouse with a muzzle because Aunt Sarah's an idiot. Lady is very upset. She escapes. She sells the muzzle, though. Tramp finds her, knows how to get it off. They go to a zoo. He basically takes her on a date, and they get it off, and there's this beaver. I love the beaver. And Tramp helps him, too. Just sing something. He sounds like freaking Gopher from Winnie the Pooh, but I don't think he is. But he's the whistle through the teeth thing. And basically, Lady's lost. Tramp takes her to the Italian restaurant, which she likes, Louise. And, was it Louise? Is it Louise? Tony's, not Louise. Yeah, it basically just kind of sweeps her off her little paws. They're having a good night, and that's where Bella Notte comes from. But then she gets caught by the dog catcher because Tramp is running too fast, and so she ends up at the pound. She's not a good place this time. And she meets Peg, and she meets the dogs, and she learns that Tramp is a womanizer. Well, a dog womanizer, like, just uses them and loses them, basically, and she gets very heartbroken because she really likes him and all that. I don't know what kind of dog Tramp's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure he's just supposed to be a mutt. No specific breed or mix. I mean, obviously, Lady is a Cocker Spaniel. Only, I think she's got, like, Brittany Spaniel in her, because I've only seen a few actual Cocker Spaniels who look like Lady. Some of them do, some of them don't. They go home, there's a rat in the baby's room. Aunt Sarah thinks Lady attacked the baby because she accidentally knocked down the bassinet on that. Then they found out there's a rat and all this, and Jim Deere and Darling are back, and basically Tramp gets adopted too. And when the pound comes, because at first Aunt Sarah sees Tramp and calls the pound, and Trusty goes and tries and stops it, and he gets hit by a car. But because it's Disney, and I love my Disney, he doesn't die. Also, Trusty can't smell. I think he can a little bit, but it's, like, plainly obvious. They say he cannot smell. He's old. He lost his sense of smell. But he tracks him. He's a hound dog. And Jock is a Scotty dog, Scottish Terrier. But everybody knows them as Scotty dogs. God, it's giant, and I have a big old pimple. Okay. Basically, it ends happy. Jock, who didn't trust Tramp, which was actually very smart, at first trusts him, accepts him. There's a little tag at the end, the baby, and I don't know the name of, I can't remember for the second one. It's a little older, and Tramp and Lady got busy. Spay and neuter your animals, please. Spay and neuter. And as Disney goes in animations, there can only be one oddball. They can't be mixed. They either have to look exactly like their parents or exactly like the other parent. So there's 3 Cocker Spaniels, and there's one that looks like Tramp, which is Scamp, and all that. And it's sweet. It's a sweet movie. I love it. It's classic. The music's wonderful. The drawings are great. I miss 2D animation. I love the 3D and all that, but I miss 2D. You can see, I know people draw them still and all that, and then they get put in the computer, but you can see the work in 2D animation. You can see the love. There's like claymation and stop motion. I have a very big appreciation. I grew up with 2D. I 90s baby again. Like, I saw the rise of Pixar, of 3D animation. I saw the death of 2D animation, which breaks my heart because I love it. It's gorgeous. Okay, well, that is it for Lady and the Tramp. Next one is a non-Disney movie. I know. I only have a few of those. And it is... Sorry. Partially trying to get the thumbnail. Land Before Time is next.